Hey there, Bob from Oregon's Constant Gardener. It's Thursday. You probably knew that. Thursday. 4 days? 4 days we've been doing this in a row. I think we're going to make it. I think we're going to get to Friday, and it's going to be smooth sailing from there on out. Today, Pro Grow Room Day. I got some supplies here that we're going to take down there. Got my Method 7 glasses. Let's head down to the room. And glasses are the first thing I want to talk to you about. I use the Methods. Oh, it's bright in here. I use the Method 7 glasses, which are specially for working in a grow room because I like them. They look kind of cool, don't you think? But you gotta have some sort of glasses with these bright lights, or you will seriously mess up your eyes. But you don't have to get these unless you're working in a room that's got some LEDs or some sort of lights that got a weird light spectrum. Then you want to have the color correction you get from these. Otherwise, you just need to get some good sunglasses that protect from UV light. And you also need the wraparound one, so it's not coming in the edges on you. Real important to have the glasses. I'll let it go. Let's move on. Got my list. Tim McCormick from Culture Biologics. I was talking to him. Now, they make the culture teas and all that stuff, and that's their specialty, but Tim is a pretty serious indoor grower, and he's got a lot of knowledge about it, so I called him up and I asked him, start a grow room inside. What do I need to do? He said, well, first thing you need to think about is integrated pest management, because you're in this closed-in environment. You got to be very proactive about bugs, because they'll get a hold of you. So he said the first thing to do, get the place cleaned up. That's what we're going to do. We're going to get these trays out of here. We're going to wash them up. I got my soap bucket. Then we're going to clean the walls down, sweep it out here, and then we're going to be ready to get going. So let's go outside, take these trays out. They're getting cleaned up. I'm not anticipating we're going to have any issues with this room because it's pretty clean to start with. So I'm just going to use some of my Dr. Bronner's soap here in a bucket with a sponge. We're going to rinse these down, wipe them off, and get them back inside. Then I'll see you in there. Okay, and while I got the trays out, I'm going to use some of my Myers all-purpose cleaner here and a towel to clean this all down. Now, like I said, I'm not expecting any issues in here or having any problems, so I'm just using your basic household type cleaners like I clean my kitchen. If you did have a pest problem, you might have to take much greater measures. So we'll talk about that in another video. This is the situation where you're just coming into a room, you think everything's okay, give it a good clean, just as a good general practice. I'm going to clean these walls up, then we'll get started with the rest of this thing. You turn that on there. Hold on. There we go. More clean. I love the smell of verbena in the morning. Okay, we got our room nice and clean and shiny. It smells beautiful. Very nice. It smells like my Myers verbena. So that's it for today. That's the show. Here's what's coming up. Next time around, we're going to talk about putting the plants in here. We're going to actually put the plants in here. We're going to do some preventative pesticide with some light oils. And then we're going to be talking about the environmental controls and how those affect integrated pest management. The humidity, the temperature, the ventilation, all that sort of stuff. That's next time. But also tomorrow on Friday, I'll have up a podcast. That'll be an audio of me and Tim talking about this at length. So tomorrow, podcast talking about integrated pest management and also some other fun stuff. And then on next Thursday, we get started with building the room in here. I'll see you tomorrow. Oh yeah, Tim McCormick's going to be on the podcast tomorrow. So if you have any questions for Tim from Culture Biologics, so anything about the Culture Biologics products, the teas, trigger, Dr. Root, any of that stuff, or about the integrated pest management, which we were talking about today in this video, he's kind of my source for that information. So far, we'll be talking to a lot of other people too, but right now, we're talking with him. So if you have any questions about integrated pest management, Culture Biologics, or, what a fun guy he is out there in Colorado, let me know. Put him in the comments. I'll ask him. We'll talk to you tomorrow. This is good.